Shalom and welcome everyone, and in this video we're going to cover the Hebrew equivalent for the expression become. We'll learn how to say I am becoming, I became, you're becoming, you became, etc. For that we will need the verb להיות in its passive form. The verb להיות is the verb to be. Those of you that are familiar with the binyan system, the system that is responsible for conjugating verbs in Hebrew, will know that binyan nifal is the passive of pa'al. So pa'al is an active binyan, nifal is the passive binyan. So nifal is opposite to pa'al because liyot is a verb that belongs to binyan pa'al. But now we're going to learn how do we conjugate this verb in binyan nifal in its passive form. All of that doesn't really matter. We're not going to dive into details. We're not going to dive into binyan system. For now, we're just going to learn the plain conjugation of the learned liyot, the verb to be in Hebrew, in its passive form. Nevertheless, all Hebrew verbs in the present tense have only 4 conjugations. One for masculine singular, one for feminine singular, one for masculine plural, and one for feminine plural. The conjugation looks like this. Ani niya, ata niya, hu niya. I am becoming, you are becoming, he is becoming. Ani niyet, at niyet, he niyet. I am becoming, you are becoming, she is becoming. Anachnu niyim, atem niyim, hem niyim. We're becoming, you guys are becoming, they are becoming. Anachnu niyot, aten niyot, hen niyot. We're becoming, you girls are becoming, they are becoming. Niya, niyet, niyim, niyot. Excellent. And now let's see how do we conjugate the verb להיות in its passive form in the past tense. אני, נהייתי. אתה, נהיית. את, נהיית. הוא, נהיה. היא, נהייתה. אנחנו, נהיינו. אתם, נהייתם. אתן, נהייתן. הם, נהיו. הן, נהיו. One more time. אני, נהייתי. אתה, נהיית. את, נהיית. הוא, נהיה. היא, נהייתה. אנחנו, נהיינו. אתם, נהייתם. אתן, נהייתן. הם, נהיו. הן, נהיו. I want you to notice something. Notice that the pronouns at and who, the conjugation will be the same for those pronouns both in the present tense and in the past tense. So therefore, when we're saying at niyet, so it means you became or you are becoming. When we're saying hu niya, it means he became or he is becoming. So it's both in the present and in the past tense. So how will we be able to recognize whether we're talking about the present tense or the past tense? Well, we have to be context aware. Having that in mind, let's move forward. When we're talking about nouns, so when we're talking about a masculine noun, becomes or became, we will use the conjugation for third person singular masculine, niya, which is the same conjugation in the present tense, and the conjugation for third person singular masculine in the past tense, hu niya. Nevertheless, when we're using a masculine noun, both becomes and became will be niya. If we're talking about a feminine noun and something that became, then we'll use the conjugation for third person singular feminine in the past tense, nita. If something became and we're talking about a plural noun, we will use the conjugation for third person plural in the past tense, niyu. Niya for masculine nouns, nita for feminine nouns, niyu for plural nouns. And now it is time for the exercise. When you're going to see a sentence in front of you in English, pause the video and translate it out loud to Hebrew. Don't rush it. Think about the correct sentence structure. Be aware of the gender and the number of the subject and the object discussed in the sentence. After you've done so, after you pronounce it out loud, play the video and see if you got it right. If you didn't get it right, write it down in your notebook and then practice it and rewatch the video until you'll be able to get the sentence correctly on your first try. It is very important to pronounce those sentences out loud in Hebrew because this is a speaking exercise that will comprehend your speaking abilities in Hebrew. With each lesson, I become smarter. עם כל שיעור, אני נהיה יותר חכם. With each day at work, I become more experienced. עם כל יום בעבודה, אני נהיה יותר מנוסה. Every hour, I'm becoming more tired. כל שעה, אני נהיה יותר עייף. After such work, I'm becoming tired. אחרי עבודה כזאת, אני נהיית עייפה. With time, I'm becoming more experienced. עם הזמן, אני נהיית יותר מנוסה. Every year, I become more beautiful. כל שנה, אני נהיית יותר יפה. Every day, we are becoming smarter. כל יום, אנחנו נהיים יותר חכמים. With time, we are becoming more experienced. עם הזמן, אנחנו נהיים יותר מנוסים. Every hour, we are becoming more tired. כל שעה, אנחנו נהיים יותר עייפים. Every year, you become more beautiful. כל שנה, אתן נהיות יותר יפות. Every day, you're becoming more experienced. כל יום, אתן נהיות יותר מנוסות. Every week, you are becoming more interesting. כל שבוע, אתן נהיות יותר מעניינות. Once again, let's refresh our memories and see how to conjugate the verb להיות in its passive form in the past tense. אני נהייתי, אתה נהיית, את נהיית, הוא נהיה, היא נהייתה, אנחנו נהיינו, אתם נהייתם, אתן נהייתן, הם נהיו, הן נהיו. One more time. אני נהייתי, אתה נהיית, את נהיית, הוא נהיה, היא נהייתה, אנחנו נהיינו, אתם נהייתם, אתן נהייתן, הם נהיו, הן נהיו. Once again, I remind you, you're going to see a sentence in front of you in English. Pause the video, say it out loud in Hebrew, and then play the video and see if you got it right. If you didn't get it right, write it in your notebook, and then rewatch the video and try to get it until you get it on your first try. I became more experienced at work. נהייתי יותר מנוסה בעבודה. With time, I became smarter. עם הזמן, נהייתי יותר חכמה. After the workouts, you became stronger. אחרי האימונים, נהיית חזק יותר. After the hairdressing salon, you became prettier. אחרי המספרה, נהיית יפה יותר. Yossi became better at chess. יוסי נהיה יותר טוב בשחמט. מיכל got better at work. מיכל נהייתה יותר טובה בעבודה. We have become more experienced at work. נהיינו יותר מנוסים בעבודה. You got stronger in the gym. נהייתם יותר חזקים בחדר הכושר. Over the years, you have become more beautiful. עם השנים נהייתן יותר יפות. Avi and Yossi became good friends. אבי ויוסי נהיו חברים טובים. So if we want to express something that is happening, for example, it's getting cold, it's getting hot, it's getting windy, it's getting dark, we'll use the conjugation for third person singular masculine of the verb להיות in its passive form, נהיה. For example, it became hot, נהיה חם. It became cold, נהיה קר. It became interesting, נהיה מעניין. It became boring, נהיה משעמם. It became dark, נהיה חשוך. So once again, let's practice the verb להיות in its passive form together with feminine, masculine, and plural nouns. When something that is masculine became, we'll use the conjugation נהיה. When something that is feminine became, we'll use the conjugation נהייתה. When something that is plural became, נהיו. The place has become more tidy. המקום נהיה יותר מסודר. The movie became more interesting. הסרט נהיה יותר מעניין. The room has become cleaner. החדר נהיה יותר נקי. The book has become more interesting. הספר נהיה יותר מעניין. And now notice that the icon changed from masculine singular to feminine singular. Therefore, restaurant, מסעדה in Hebrew, is a feminine noun. Therefore, we will need to use the correct conjugation. The restaurant has gotten better. המסעדה נהייתה יותר טובה. The series has become more interesting. הסדרה נהייתה יותר מעניינת. The work has become more ordered. העבודה נהייתה יותר מסודרת. The bed has become more comfortable. המיטה נהייתה יותר נוחה. Movies in the cinema have become more interesting. הסרטים בקולנוע נהיו יותר מעניינים. The rooms became cleaner. החדרים נהיו יותר נקיים. Over time, restaurants in Tel Aviv have gotten better. עם הזמן, המסעדות בתל אביב נהיו יותר טובות. Over time, Netflix shows have gotten more interesting. עם הזמן, הסדרות בנטפליקס נהיו יותר מעניינות. That is it, guys, so I hope that you have found this video educating. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and click on the notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. If you have any questions, post them in the comments below. And I'm going to see you in the next lesson. Shalom ולהתראות.